Hey y'all, welcome back or welcome to the Honestly Truly podcast hosted by me, Tylar Cimone. And today we have a very, very, very special episode because today is this podcast's second birthday. Clap it up. I'm very excited to have a toddler on my hands. Okay, she's walking, she's talking, she's getting her feet about her now. Like she's stepping into her own. Her personality is coming out, okay, at 2 years old. And so I want to dress on theme. I'm dressed up today. I want to be on theme because for kids' birthday parties, what's one of the things they do? Jungle, animal theme, okay? I'm giving you safari, all right? You're at my podcast second birthday party. Thank you for coming. Grab some snacks, grab some drinks. It's going to be a fun episode. As you can see by the title, you already know we're going to be talking about today one of my favorite things, being books. But before we get into it, you're dying to know. On my podcast second birthday, what am I drinking? Some other people here? I am drinking a nice hefty glass of champagne to celebrate my podcast birthday. I'm very excited. And so if you have a little glass, whether it's alcohol, whether it's water, whether it's juice, whether it's nothing, just go ahead and cheers with me. Come on. Cheers. To 2 years of doing this podcast. I'm really just like, it doesn't feel like it's been 2 years. Like I definitely don't feel like it's been 2 years, but it has. Let me get a little taste. Oh, that's perfect. So delicious. But yeah, like when I was getting ready, like prepping for this episode, I was just like, it's been 2 years. It does not feel like it's been 2 years at all. The time has flown by so much and so fast. And I feel like I have really, like this podcast has done a lot for me. Yes, it's been so fun just being able to talk with you guys and create a small community here. And I hope that it will continue to grow as the podcast does. But that is one part that's most important to me, being able to connect with other people, connect with you guys, learn from you guys learn from me. That's the most important thing. And one of the biggest reasons why I started this podcast in the first place was to create that community. So I'm very happy that it's starting to form. And I'm thank you to everybody who's been supporting me and who has watched my episode, who has shared and liked it, commented, and subscribed. Do all those things also. Continue to do that. Thank you. Appreciate it. But like that has been one of the best parts of doing this podcast. But when I think about what it's done for me personally, I think that I have grown so much as a woman over the past 2 years, but putting myself in a situation to have to share my thoughts and my feelings publicly, and documenting the things that I have been going through in my life for the past 2 years is something that has been really beneficial to just me understanding myself better. And then I don't watch my old episodes very often. Every once in a while I'll look at a clip, but just seeing what I was going through this time last year or this time the year before that, and the different things that I have grown through and the different things that I have learned. It's been really cool to kind of have that documented here and see how my thought processes have changed. So I am very happy and very blessed to be able to have had this podcast for 2 years. And I'm so happy that I was able to include now. We've got video and YouTube and all that. And I've been able to connect with so many more people now that I do have a video aspect. So I've just been doing a lot of reflecting over this week and just being so thankful to all of my friends who supported me and made this podcast possible and bought mics and set up stuff for me and made sure I was okay and made sure that I got out of my own way and actually started the podcast. Okay. So I'm so thankful to my friends and to my family for supporting me. But like, this is only the beginning. We're just getting started. Like I said, she's 2. She's just getting her ABCs down. She's just learning some things. Okay. She's still developing. And so I'm really excited to see how, we can come together to make the podcast even greater in year 3. I think that also like I'm in a better season to be able to be more consistent. So like I know throughout this 2 years, I was pretty consistent throughout, but there was some chunks of time there, like the beginning of this year. And I think one other time where I wasn't being as consistent. So just like now having the energy that I have now and the knowledge that I have now about myself for one, about the community that I'm trying to serve you guys for 2, and just like just better, more confidence and just all the things the ways that I have grown in the past 2 years. I'm excited to pair that with my consistency. Amen. Okay. And see how much we can grow moving forward. So I'm just really looking forward to what's in store. But yes, I want to welcome you yet again. Okay, I need my glass back. Let me get a little. Yes. I want to welcome you yet again to the Honestly Truly podcast birthday party. Okay. She's 2. Okay. Clap it up for her. But yeah, so just lots of reflecting this week. But let's get into our episode. Why don't we? All right. Man, that's delicious. Okay, I haven't had a little glass of champagne in a minute. So, song of the week. I have been literally all over the place this week, so like it really doesn't. It's just I've been everywhere. I've listened to all kinds of music this week, but I will say the things that I have came back and listened to multiple times was "Short and Sweet" by Sabrina Carpenter, her new album. I didn't love the whole entire album, but there was a few songs on there that I did save. My favorite one is "Bedkin." I think that's the song that she made about her man. It's a very good song. It's just very like light and free and fun. I very much like it. So that song. There's another one called "Good Graces." Those are my top two favorites. And I like "Espresso," so of course. Like that's like that was a single. We love that song. But "Bad Kim" and "Good Graces" very much good. I like those. If you want like a little pop vibe, has a little bit of R&B slight tones to it. Like it's more pop than anything else. But I feel like she has a little bit of like I want to see who produced it. Because that's a little bit of an R&B vibe. It's a little one, but yeah, check that out. And I also really liked Chloe's new album. What's it called? Trouble in Paradise. I really liked it. I saved majority of the songs on the album. I really liked that. I thought it was so good. I just love Chloe because I just love her, but she be singing all these songs. Like sometimes some girlies they don't be singing. But she's singing down, and I really appreciate that. I love just hearing somebody really get their songs off and really sing these songs for real. And I think majority of her songs, she sings on all of them, of course, but like where she's really like singing down, majority of these songs, she's really giving it to you vocally, and I'm a big fan of that. So if you have not checked out Chloe's album, Trouble in Paradise, go check it out. It's worth a listen. I really enjoyed it. And she got some spicy songs in there. So I know that's right, Chloe. But yes, those are the two things I've been listening to most this week. I found myself going back to them, but I've listened to a whole bunch of random stuff this week. I've just been all over the place, which is usually what I do anyways, but especially this week. So, but that's song of the week. I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have any adulting hacks for us this week. No long story shorts. Life's just been moving, I've just been living my life. But I am just eager to get to the topic because it's books and I want to fangirl about these books because I have been talking my friends' ears off about these books every day. So I'm excited to bring that energy to you guys so that y'all can get excited about what I'm excited about, okay? So what we're going to do first is talk about what I read in August. Let me get my little list up, okay? So let's see. I don't know if I want to go in this particular order. Let's go in an order. I think this may have been the order that I finished them at. I don't know. So what I read in August. Okay, so I started this book in July and I think I finished it in August. The last update I gave you guys was I was really enjoying the story. And I felt like I related a lot to our main character. I believe her name was Kalia. Yes. That is still the case. So I finished this book. I gave it 5 stars. And so before I even get into it, the reason that I want to make this video about books, also I wanted to just rant to you guys about how good all these books are and I want you to read them, is also because I had a 5-star book month. Like every book that I read was 5 stars and that does not happen. And so me coming out of like reading slump and all that, it was just really great to have back to back bangers when it comes to the books that I was reading. So I was very happy about that. So this one, started this in July and I finished it in August. Very, very, very much good. Black love story. Like I said, I think I told you about it already, but as y'all know, I do not like to give synopsis of books because I want you to be surprised and like just don't know what you're going into. But if you like black love stories, if you like things that have to do with like movies, there's a movie aspect going on in here. It's a second chance romance. I'm a big fan of those. So if you like any of those tropes, definitely look into it. I said I was going to give y'all a little something so you can know a little of what is going on. But what I said I would do instead, because I don't want to give any spoilers away, is I'm going to read a little bit of the back of the book when they give you like a little synopsis, just so you can kind of have it. And I'm going to make it really short. Okay, this is all I can give you guys. It's killing me to even give you this much, but I would like you to know a little bit about what the book's about, just so you can know. Okay, and also follow me on Goodreads. All the books that I'm talking about are listed on all my past read books, all my Goodreads. It's linked in my description box, so just look there also. But this one says the unexpected spark of 2 former flames may force them to choose between their dreams and each other in this sweeping second chance romance. That's all you're getting from me, okay? If you want more, go look it up and read the full synopsis. But like, just imagine you pick up the book, you see this beautiful cover, you got my recommendation. I'm telling you that it's a 5-star read in my book. Okay, it's very good. Just pick it up and read it and start it and see what it's about. Just try it and see what happens. If you're not a person who does. If you're a person who likes to know everything about a book before you start it, just try it and see how it goes. It's very fun to not know anything about it. But this is the first thing I read. I finished this up in August. So this the next book that I read was Sweet Soft and Play Rhythm. Now I started this book way back in November of 2023. That's crazy, I know. But I started reading it at the wrong time. So I got this book when I went to the Austin Book Festival last year. And I wasn't really in a place to be reading. And I started it maybe like in December or something. And I just wasn't in the right spot to be reading it. And so it just took me a longer time to get through it. But not because it wasn't good and wasn't interesting. It was very interesting. It was really a good book. Each chapter... not every single chapter is someone different, but like the chapters go to different women or different people that are being discussed in the story. So it's actually very interesting, and I really, really enjoyed it. Complete 5 stars for me. And I actually got to meet this author. This is one of my signed copies, which was really cool as well. So I definitely recommend this book. But I went into it thinking that it was going to just be like a story of this man's relationships with all these different women, because he is out here being Rolling Stone. Okay, that's what I thought it was going to be about. Completely not about that. It did discuss his relationships with these women, but it was really more about the women, in my opinion. Like, she went really deep into what these women are thinking, what they're going through, how they feel about the male main character, how they feel about themselves, self-worth, self-love. There was a whole bunch of other themes in this book, and it goes way deeper than just like, oh, how does he date all these women? Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot more to it. I'm trying to see if I can give you a little bit of what I can tell you about it. I don't want to give you a lot. Yeah, I don't want to tell you anything. I just want you to read it. It's just like, I don't know what to tell you about it, except for it's so good. It's Black love. Also, it's got Black in there. It's got Black people. Okay, it's just a good book. But I want to see. I'm sorry, guys. I can't give you anything else. It's good. Just trust me and read the book. Very, very, very good. Brought tears to my eyes. It is good. It's moving, and you can definitely find yourself in this book. In one of these characters, you're gonna see a part of you. And she showed me, and I said, "Ooh, this is getting awkward." But very good book. Please read it. Okay, that's all I can tell you. I can't tell you more than that. Okay, what else did I read? So, I read what's it called? Forgot. The Housemaid's Secret. Okay, that is book 2 in the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden. If you are into thrillers, or if you're new to thrillers, I think that she's a great place to start. As someone who's still like getting my feet wet into thrillers, I've actually read a couple now. I can say I'm kind of in there. I really enjoy thrillers now. But I really, really, really love this series so far. I read the first book a couple months ago. Was that July? I listened to it on the audiobook, and I listened to it in like 3 days. It was so good. And so then I got the second one on Audible, because I didn't want to wait for Libby. I couldn't wait. It was that good. I wanted to read it. And it was just as good. I love them both. I gave both of those books 5 stars. But if you're into thriller, or you're new to thriller, this is what you want to do. And this one, like I said, what I can tell you about it is that there is a girl. She is a maid, basically, at a very rich person's home, a rich couple's home, and there is drama and danger that ensues in that house, and she has to do something about it. That's all I can say. And that's as much as I can give you. I gave you a lot just now. Okay, I gave that 5 stars as well. It kept me on my toes the whole time. I was locked into this book the whole time I was listening. It was so good. It was never boring. I just loved the way the story played out. And sometimes with certain books, the build up to what's going to happen at the end of the thriller falls flat. This one did not. I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to read book number 3. It's been out. Like I said, I'm late to this series, so if you want to go through all the books, you can do that too. So my next thing, maybe not this month, but probably in October, I'm going to go back and read the 3rd book in her series. I forgot. I don't know what it's called. It's something with the housemaid, but very much good. Definitely check it out. And then next up, let's see. These are my 2 favorites of the month. All of them got 5 stars because that's just the kind of month I had. But these 2 were my favorites out of the 5 stars. Like, if I can give them 6 stars, that's what they would get. Curvy Girl Summer. Danielle Allen, you know what you're talking about. Okay, this book is so good. Now I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. Right now. If you don't like spice, if you like a closed door romance, which is totally fine. Those are very nice, and I enjoy those too. If you don't like spice, go ahead and you might want to, it's a no for you, dog. It's a no. It's not for you. Now, the story is still beautiful, so if you can just skip past that and continue to read, I would still say read it, because I think the story is still a really great story and touches on a lot of great things. But she's going to start you off with some spice. Okay? I was like, like I said, because I don't ever know what books are about. The only thing I know about this book when I was starting it was Black Love. And they look cute on the front of this book. And it's a Black author. That's all I knew about this book when I bought it. So, and that I saw people recommending it. That's it. So I opened this book. I was like, oh, it's going to be a beautiful love story, which it was. But the first page, I said, oh, make sure no one's around me when I'm reading this. Okay. But it's a very, very good book. Lots of spice and very well written spice. Okay. Okay. Very well written spice. What can I tell you? Okay. Oof. I don't want to tell you anything. It's just so good. Basically, what I'll say is our main female character, needs to find a date for her birthday party. That's in a couple weeks. And she is struggling to find a date. And so she goes through dating lots of different people who kind of suck, while looking for her dream man. Okay. But what you should know is her dream man is right in front of her. Okay, he's right there. And that's all I can say. I hope I sold it. What I'm telling you is trust this face. Okay, this is someone who has a 2-year-old podcast. Okay, trust this face when I tell you this is the book for you. It was so good and so heartwarming. I was kicking my feet in the bed when I read it. I was like, it was so good. And it was funny too. I laughed out loud. Haha, like very funny. It was funny. It was heartwarming. It touched on a lot of things that were very important. Okay. It talked about grief, talked about body stuff. Like it's called Curvy Girl Summer. Okay. Our girl is very much curvy. Talks about things that, dealing with that. It talks about so much stuff, and it's all put into a beautifully written story that the banter between our two main characters nailed it. I felt like I was right there. Okay. And I just love any kind of Black love story. I'm going to always support them. I love romance novels, but especially a Black love story, I'm all in. So if you're looking for one to read, this is the one for you. I know the summer's ending and you want to get into your cozy vibe. Still, this is worth your time. Like if you haven't read this, I wouldn't wait till next summer. Get it now. And I would, after I finish reading a book that really does it for me, like this one, I go and creep on the author. Went to the author's page. I didn't follow her yet. Went to her page. She has the second book in the series coming out. Is it June of next year? I think it might be June of next year. The second book in the series. I forgot what it's called. Something Players. Look it up. The second book, the Plus Size Players. That's what it's called. It's centered around one of her friends. So there's 3 friends. So it's her, the main character here, and then she has 2 other friends. So the next book is going to be about one of the other friends' love story. Can't wait to read it. I think it comes out in June. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that for real. But this book, so good. Once again, 5 whole stars. Read it. It's good. Trust me. And last but not least for this month, I talked about this book in a previous episode because I think I was still reading it. Was I still reading it? I wasn't done with it yet. Y'all know what I'm about to talk about, so let's just get ready. Just for the Summer by Abby. Like I said, Abby, the woman that you are. Okay. I finished this book now. So amazing. Trust me, read it. That's all I gotta say. Trust the 2-year-old podcaster face. Read it. Once again, a beautiful book. What I loved about it is I think I just love her writing style in general. Like I just love it because I'm reading another one of her books. We'll get to that later. Love it just as much. She nails the banter between people. And if it doesn't, sometimes when you're reading romance novels, some of them are like, now you know you're doing too much. This is not how regular people talk. But it's fine because it's not supposed to be how regular people talk. It's a different world. So it's fine. But this one, it felt so down to earth. Like I felt like this is a regular conversation that people could actually have. And that she just nailed, like I felt like I was in there. I felt like I was there, right there with it. She set the scene so beautifully. And like I think I said this last time too, I'm repeating myself, but I don't care because it was that good. so funny. Like how I'm laughing out loud. Like, like it's funny. It's so funny. And she gives you the love and the funny, but she also gets you with the real stuff. She's teaching you something. If you're reading her books, you're learning something. You're getting what you want. You're getting your love fix. But she's teaching. There's real serious things going on with these characters, and she explains their traumas or whatever things that they are facing in a way that's so like just full bodied. Like it's great. And I think, like I said, I forgot where I heard this at, but like apparently like she does a lot of wonderful research that allows her to be able to communicate these topics. Like I think in this one, don't want to give it away. See, I almost gave it away. I'm going to just stay with traumas, okay? Because I think, going into it, I think also, does she have trigger warnings in here? I don't think she needs them for this one. I don't remember. Yes. So before you start reading it, she does go through a list of trigger warnings. So if you have certain things that make you want to, hey, this is not be the book for me right now in this season, definitely check it out. It's like one of the first pages that are in here. She goes over those as well, so you can look those up and make sure it's a book that you feel comfortable reading. But whenever you are ready, I think come back and read this book. It was so good. I could not put it down. I would rate this 1 billion stars if I could. It's so amazing. But it's worth your time. And I'm going to just read you this part. You know what? Maybe I'll read the whole synopsis. No, I'm not. I'm lying. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. But I will tell you, the main thing it says, 4 dates, a kiss, and a breakup. That's all it will take for them to find their soulmate. Interesting. What does that mean? I'm not going to tell you anymore because I just want you to pick it up and read it. But it's a good book. And I also know, like I said, once again, we're getting into cozy time for the fall. Doesn't matter. Stop what you're doing and go get this book and read it. It's really good. I just felt like a new person. You know how when you leave the movies and you feel like you're like, yeah, I'm different. Life is different. Life is new. I'm a whole new woman. I was like this. Yeah. Like, it's just so good. So please read this book. I think I'm not a person. I don't think I've ever reread a book that that I read already. I don't think I've done that yet. This will be a one, along with Curvy Girl Summer, that I can see myself going back to and reading. I don't know how soon, maybe sometime next year, maybe next summer. But it was just that good, and I wish I could read it all over again for the first time. Like, so yeah. That is all that I read in August. So let's move on into what I read in September. But first of all, another cheers. Oh, okay. Okay. So for September, I have kind of already read and finished one of the books. Yikes. So we're actually going to start with that one just after coming off of Just for the Summer. So Just for the Summer is a part of a series. I didn't know that when I got the book. Okay, I didn't know anything. I wasn't like an Abby Jimenez fan yet. I didn't know anything. I just saw this book and everybody was talking about it, so I bought it. And that was it. And I bought it months ago. So after loving it, I was like, oh, it's a series. So now I have to read every single book in the series, obviously, because I just loved this book so much. So I went back and got book number 1. So the book that I Just for the Summer is book number 3, right? So I'm all out of whack. But it's not one of those books that you have to read it in order for you to understand what's happening, obviously, because I wasn't confused when I read it. But that was book number 3. This, Part of Your World, is book number 1. I finished this one yesterday. To be fair, I started this one like on August 31st, but I still kind of does a September read because that's my business. But this one was just as good. So I'll be honest, when I was reading this one, first of all, amazing book. I ended up giving it 5 stars. Now, up until the last like 50 pages or so, we were sitting at like a 4.5, right? It just didn't, it was just as good, but it didn't like do it for me in the same way that Just for the Summer did. Like, it was just as good though. But it just like didn't pull me in the exact same way. I still read it in like 4 days, so it did the job. But when she got to the part, like I said, she's always going to give you like the beautiful love story, and then she's going to not hit you like, but like she's going to make sure that you understand the real serious things that are going on and make sure you understand them in a way that makes sense. Like, so there's also some things here she's dealing with a lot of things with her parents and not being able to stand up for herself and do what she feels that she wants to do for her life. She's got a lot going on in that area, and then also her love interest has some things that he's going through as well, and those things are broken down so well Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't dealt with this exact thing, but I've dealt with this in a different way. And she just gave me a little bit of therapy for free. Well, I mean, I bought the book, but you know, a lot cheaper than real therapy costs. And so I really appreciate the way that she describes those things. So when she got to that part, when she was breaking down all the things and allowing the characters to have that revelation about the breakthrough moment that they were having, I don't want to tell you what it is, but that breakthrough moment that they were having, that brought me up to a 5, because I was like, this was so well written, and I understood it so well. Like, not everybody can. I don't think that everybody can do that, and I just really appreciated the way that she did that. And I'm sure that it is very, 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 very helpful to a lot of people who are dealing with things that are very similar to what these main characters were dealing with. So I just really appreciate that, and I just love that. And so that definitely brought it to a 5 for me. But once again, funny as hell. Really good banter between the two characters. Which does it for me every time. And I even cried on this one, y'all. Towards the end, a tear came out my eye. One thug tear came on down like that. And I was like, dang. And so when I finished this book, when I finished it, I was so sad because I didn't want to finish it. It was just so good. When I finished it, I just sat here like this. I did. So dramatic of me. Yes, I'm a little bit dramatic, y'all. Y'all know that already. But very, very good. I'm very excited because this is the first, well, no, not the first. I have another series that I have already too, but I'm waiting for the third book to come out. But because the series has already, I'm late to the game on this one. I already went and bought the other book in the series. So that's going to be what I plan to read. One of the books I plan to read this month includes this third book. We'll get to that in a second. The other thing that I'm reading right now for the month of September is The Love Songs of W.B. Du Bois. This book, I've already talked to you about it last time. It's a huge book. I'm very intimidated by it. I started this in August as well. Did I start this in August? I think I did. Yes. So I started this in August, the very end. And I've just been taking it slow like I told you guys I would. And it's actually so good. And I'm on page 112 right now. I think it's like an almost 800 page book. But what I felt about it when I first started reading it, I didn't know what to expect because, like I said, I had no clue what this book was about. Okay, kind of still don't. I'm new. I'm only 100 pages in. So, but when I was reading it, I was saying like, this feels like I need to call my grandma so I can tell her. Grandma, shout out to you, girl. I'll call you. Mimi, I'll call you in a second. My thought was like, the way the story is being told makes me feel like I'm listening to a story from my grandma about her childhood, and she's telling me about the story, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I just felt very, I don't know. I felt very, like, I don't know. I related to the story. Obviously, it's dealing with Black people, things that I have experienced, things that I have heard people, my family tell me before. So I'm not like, I relate to the story already so far. But it just felt, the way it was being told, just felt like I was just sitting here with somebody, with my a grandma or a great aunt or something. And they're just telling me about their life. So I'm really a big fan of that because I love having those kind of conversations, as you can see from the episode I did with my grandma. Go back and watch that. I really love the way that this is being written so far. Like I said, obviously this is like very cool book. Like, Oprah was about it, National Book Award long list. Obama loved it. Like, it's a very big deal. So I knew I was going to like it. I knew it was going to be a very well written book. But I'm really the book feels very personal and like very close to my heart, if you will. And I'm only 100 pages in. So I feel like very, very close to this book in a weird way, you know? But I really can't tell you what it's about yet. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting started, but it's telling the story right now of this one girl. She's growing up, and we're learning about her as she's growing up. And then there's a whole bunch of other things going on in her family as she's growing up. But then it also is telling the story of a tribe of people from way back a long before this girl was even born. It's giving all her ancestry, maybe, perhaps. And it's just very interesting the way the story is being told, and I am eating it up. It's very good. I'm actually going to read some of this tonight. But it's very good, and like I said, I can't tell you much about it, but I can tell you that it's good. And if you're kind of like me in that way where things feel a little bit personal, like this just feels like I'm talking to Granny right now. Like, that's how it feels. And I just love that feeling of just feeling connected to a book in this way. It's very special. And I did an update on Goodreads, and I was like, I don't think I've ever felt this way about a book before. Like, that it feels very, like, I need to be mindful of it. Very mindful, very demure. No, but like, I feel like I just need to like I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. I hope you get what I'm saying. You'll probably get it if you read it. But although I am still intimidated by this 800-page book, I'm very excited to be reading it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the story develops over time. So we'll see about that. And then let's see, what else do we have? Oh, also, let's see. I just finished today also another book called God of the Woods. Is it God of the Woods? Yes. That is by Liz Moore. This is an audiobook that me and two of my other book girlies decided to read together. And it's like, I guess, kind of like a thriller. This one was the first book that I wasn't like in love with lately. It wasn't a bad book. But I feel like some of the things that were built up in it to be like a big deal kind of fell flat for me. And so I ended up giving this one I think I gave it 3.75 out of 5 stars, but I rounded up on Goodreads to 4 stars. Like I said, it wasn't a bad book. I didn't like, it wasn't like drag or anything like that. But I just like some of the things kind of fell flat for me. And so it just maybe wasn't my kind of thriller. I know I like a more fast paced, what's going to happen, something's always happening kind of thriller. Like I said, I'm still new to those, so I'm figuring out what genre within, like, subgenre within the thriller is more, like, it's the best thing for me. But yeah, for that one, like I said, it wasn't a bad story. There were certain parts of it I really did enjoy about it. I don't want to say anything because, like, when it comes to thrillers, anything that you could say could be a spoiler. But definitely look it up and see if it's something that you want to listen to or read. I think thrillers will probably be better if I listen to them. Like this book, I listened to it as well. And I think I just like hearing the different people's voices, and it just is cool to listen to them. I don't think I've ever read a thriller though, so I can't say that I wouldn't like a physical book. Maybe I'll try that for The Housemaid Part 3 or Book 3. Maybe I'll try that. Don't know. But yeah, that one that one was the one that I rated 4 stars. But it wasn't a bad book. I think you should definitely check it out. Still see about it. I think it's pretty popular right now. I think in another book club that I recently joined, they were voting on if they were going to read that book. And I didn't vote for it because I was already reading it. I don't even know what they picked. I gotta go back and look. But anyways, that's that book. I just finished that one today. So that's one of my other September books that I've read so far. But let's see. The new things that I'll be starting this month, or what I think I'm gonna do, like what's on my TBR right now. For sure, it's definitely going to be yours truly. This is the second book in the Abby Jimenez Part of Your World series. So like I said, I already read the first one. I've already read the third one. This is book 2. And so I'm very excited about it. I already know that I'm going to like it because I just have decided that I just love her writing style. So I'm going to like pretty much anything that she does. And so I went ahead and bought this one at Target the other day. It was on sale. It was 20% off, and I got it for like $10, which was awesome. I haven't started it yet, but maybe I'll start it tonight after I finish reading my other book. We'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to it. I've been flying through her books in like 4 to 5 days max. So I have a feeling this might be the same thing. But this book right here, I don't know what it's about at all. I haven't started it yet, which means I can't tell you anything about it, right? I have no clue. The only thing I know about it is that it's the story surrounding one of the friends from the first book. That's the only thing I know about it. And that's fine. I'm happy to not know anything. Isn't it nice? Like, what? I don't know anything. All I see on the front of it has a dog and 2 people that are looking at each other. That's all I need, okay? And the cover is cute. So very excited about that, and happy to have the whole series of all of these books. Very looking forward to it. Let's see, what else do I have? I really want to read Finding Me by Viola Davis. It's her memoir. And they have the audiobook is on Libby for free. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and listen to that. I heard that it's very, very sad, but it's very, very good too. And I would love to just hear her story. So I think I'm gonna listen to that one this month. And then what else do we have? Oh, okay. So Powerless. I'm excited about Powerless, y'all. I think this is like I said, I don't be knowing nothing about books, y'all. I think it's like a romantasy kind of vibe. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me in the comments. I've been seeing everybody talk about it. The cover looks really, really cool. I think this is a part of a series as well. And it's by Lauren Roberts. Yeah, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Excuse me. I am very excited about it. I have 0 clue what it's about. I do think it's a romantasy kind of situation. I want to try out fantasy. I don't think I've ever done any kind of fantasy stuff outside of like when I was younger. I think I read a part of Narnia and some of like Harry Potter. Is that fantasy, right? That counts, right? I think I I did that, but I haven't read any fantasy books yet, and I feel like I want to like expand my horizons. So I think I want to start with that one because everybody loves it. So I thought that could be a good place for me to start. I have zero clue what it's going to be about, but I want to give it a shot. So I want to buy that one, and I think I want to do physical book for that. For my first fantasy, I think I want to like hold it and read it and see what I come up with that way. Or maybe I'll do both and listen while I read. I've never done that before, but I think that could be cool because it's something that a genre that I haven't tried out yet. I might want to like have the voices from the audiobook. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to do that one. And then The Life Impossible by Matt Haig. I loved his other book, The Midnight Library. I love that book. I love those kind of like psychological situation stories. I love those. And so I don't know what this was about, of course, but I knew it came out this month, and I'm really excited to go read it. So I'm definitely going to get that one. And then this one is a maybe, just because I'm starting to get into the cozy vibes of the fall time. But there's another book that I've been hearing a lot of people talk about called Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan? That's crazy. Monaghan. Anyways, I think it has over 4-star ratings on Goodreads. It's supposed to be very, very good. Once again, you're going to hear me say it again, say it with me. I don't know what it's about. Yeah, but I know it's about summer romance. There we go. That's all I need to know. So I might sneak that one in. We'll see if I feel like it, because I just did a lot of summer. Like I said, I read just for the summer. I read Kirby Girl Summer. I've done a lot of summer stuff. So I don't know if I'm in the mood for it. We'll see. But I did hear good things. So even if I don't read it, I might buy it if I want to now. Because I think, guys. Whoa, I'm just at the beginning before I started talking about the books. You'll be happy to know that I am off book probation. Yeah, I can buy books now. I have done a very good job on catching up on my physical TBR. The only book that I have left is, I'm currently reading the Love Song book, so I'm reading that one. Then I have Tomorrow, and I just haven't been in the mood to read that yet. But I might read that one in October. Those are the only 2 books I have left, which means I'm in the clear to buy more books. So far, like I said, I bought this, and I bought this. These are 2 books that I bought. I think these are the first 2 books that I bought being off of book buying probation. And I do plan to take a trip to the store to get these books that I have said to you guys right now. I really want to do a bookstore vlog or something. There's a couple of different bookstores that I like to go to, but I usually don't buy a ton of books because I'm not reading the ones that I have. So now being able to actually buy some books. So be on the lookout for those coming up soon. I'm going to try to see if I can make one of those happen. But yeah, I'm definitely going to buy Powerless, the physical book, The Life Impossible, the physical book, maybe Summer Romance, maybe, I don't know. And then if I end up, I have a feeling I'm going to really enjoy Viola Davis's book. If I just like to have memoirs. I think they're just pretty. Her book is beautiful too. It's like a portrait of her, and she looks phenomenal on the front. So I think I want to buy the book just because it's pretty, and she looks beautiful on it. But I think I'm going to end up buying that as well. But we'll see. But I'm very excited for September because reading my first romantic-y kind of vibe, I'm very excited about it. And also getting to finish the last book I guess it's the second book, but the last book to me in the Abby Jimenez Part of Your World series. Very excited. Right now, how many books is this? That's one. I've already read one of them, but let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books in September outside, not including the love songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. Because, am I saying that right? Is it Du Bois or is it Du Bois? W.E.B. Du Bois? This is getting weird. I should know that, huh? Du Bois? Du Bois. I'm adding other stuff. Anyways. Y'all know what I mean, okay? That's 7 books, not including that one. Because this one, I'm just going to take this as it goes. I started it in August, but I'm going to just rock it out. So it's going to be around until I finish it. But honestly, I read the first 100 pages in a couple days. So I think I could actually knock this out in a good amount of time. But when I read the Abby Jimenez books, everything stops. I read that book only. I don't know. I get sucked in. I don't want to do anything else but read the book, which is, I love that. I love that feeling actually. So yeah, I've got 7 books on my TBR list for the month, which is really good. I've already read one of them. So I guess that leaves me with 6. So we'll see. I don't know how many books did I read last month. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I read 5 last month, so I think 6 is doable. I think we can do 6. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm very excited to come back to you guys next month and tell you what I thought about all these books that I have to read, or that I get to read. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed our Honestly Truly podcast second birthday party. I am very happy to be doing this. I'm in a good mood right now. I've got my safari dress on. I've got books. I cannot wait to read them. I'm about to go eat some food really quick, take a shower, and I'm about to get in my bed like this, real nice. Get in there, and I'm gonna read, and it's gonna be great, and I cannot wait. Also, side note, I got a new coloring book. I got a coloring book, and I got these fancy alcohol-free or alcohol, whatever, I don't know, some fancy markers that I saw somebody else use on YouTube. And I've been having the time of my life coloring. And so I will show you guys those maybe next time, because they're far away and I'm not getting up. I'm not. But with that, I'm going to sign off. This episode ended up being longer than I thought. What? Okay. But that's fine. I wanted to spend some time with you guys, and I thank you guys so much again for supporting me for these 2 years. Thank you for everybody in every single country that's listening. Okay, shout out to you guys. I appreciate you. And with that, I'm out of here. I love you guys so much. If you are watching, if you made it to the very end, in the comments down below, please put happy birthday wishes to the podcast. I would really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Bye.